On this episode of Geek Dad Life, we're going to review the new 2XL Rapper and Chomper Ghost from ToySaurus Studios. Hello everybody and welcome to Geek Dad Life. It's your host, Jay Glatfelter here. Back in March, I reviewed the first 2XL Ghost from ToySaurus Studios. That was their 2-upped version of the Ecto Ghost. Back then, I really hoped that they would do more ghosts in this line. And just 2 months later, they did that by adding 2-upped versions of the Grabber Ghost and Gulper Ghost, the companion ghosts to the Peter Venkman and Egon figures from the first wave of Kenner's Real Ghostbusters figures. And only 2 months after that, they have brought us the final 2 companion ghosts from those first series Kenner hero figures, and that's the Chomper Ghost and Rapper Ghost. It's been so cool to see the quick growth and work of ToySaurus Studios. Back when the Ecto Ghost first came out, it was a really neat kind of underground thing, and these things have become more and more popular, and I'm pretty sure the work from ToySaurus Studios will just continue to grow and grow and grow, and rightfully so. They've done fantastic work on these 2XL Ghosts, and they also recently made that amazing Ecto Glow Janine, which I unfortunately missed out on. It sold out in like under a minute. But I did get my hands on the last 2 ghosts to complete my 2XL version of the first wave of companion ghosts. The folks over at ToySaurus Studios have been great at putting these out. I mean, again, it's a very small operation. It's really a boutique toy operation here, and they've continued to produce these figures. So while they may go in and out of stock, I'll put a link to their Etsy shop so that you can get your hands on these awesome ghosts if you want to add them to your collection. Looking at the packaging for these latest ghosts from the 2XL line, and they look great. It's been nice to see the evolution and progression in the packaging. These are in the similar type boxes, but we do have new artwork on the side showing kind of giant versions of the Chomper Ghost and Rapper Ghost. Where the previous 2 were kind of a dark street, these are right in front of the firehouse, with a very smaller Ecto one being chased down by these 2 ghosts. So I really like the work here. Worst Toy Ever has done the graphics since the Grabber Ghost and Gulper Ghost, and I love, love, love the work that they've done on this toy line. Something unique about the Chomper Ghost, during production, the creator realized that they were too big to fit, so came up with a really creative way to give the Chomper Ghost some extra space. It looks like it's almost like biting its way out of the packaging. I think it's a really creative solution to the problem of it being a bit of a bigger ghost compared to the others. Opening up the packaging, you get some awesome enamel pins. Honestly, it's probably equal to me what I love about this line of toys is that we get these fantastic enamel pins that are kind of stylized versions of their box art. I love the wide spectrum of color when they're all assembled here now. I'm so pumped to have all 5 of these enamel pins, and I'm waiting to find the right thing to apply to. I'll probably put them on my backpack, but still really, really dig these enamel pins. They're just as much a part of this experience of buying these as the ghosts themselves. Taking these ghosts out of the packaging, and we'll start with the Rapper Ghost. He turned out great. I really like the purple here. Maybe it's a little more purple than the maroonish purple of the original, but I think it pops. It looks really good. Now, the thing to remember here is this is a hard casted resin, so unlike the vintage Rapper Ghost, it's unable to actually wrap anything, but still, it looks fantastic. They did a great job on this Rapper Ghost. All right, moving over to the Chomper Ghost. This one looks fantastic. The one word of caution I'll give here is the toes are really thin on this. That's as it was on the vintage one, but in this hard cast resin, I would just be careful. I could see those maybe breaking off if it falls or something like that. But other than that, I think it's fantastic. The way the mouth looks is great. The way they pulled all of the details off here at this larger scale, it looks fantastic. And honestly, I think this one has the closest to the original in terms of color. So really, really dig Winston's 2XL Chomper Ghost. Going side by side to their vintage counterparts, you can see how well of a job ToySaurus Studios did on blowing up these original companion ghosts. They just look fantastic. You know, I've seen a lot of kind of boutique toys over the years, and sometimes they just kind of come up short on the details and the look, but honestly, they've nailed every aspect of, you know, two-upping these vintage companion ghosts. And the great thing about these being two-upped vintage figures is that they pair really well with the Diamond Select Real Ghostbusters figures. As I've said on previous videos, I love the Diamond Select RGB figs, but one of the big flaws is that they didn't have companion ghosts to go with them, and ToySaurus Studios solves that with this toy line. But even if you don't have the Diamond Select RGB figures, they still are fantastic on their own right. I have all of mine displayed right on my desk, right under my monitor, and they're just so much fun. And they really just are, you know, great desk items or great items to go in your Ghostbuster collections, or you can pair them with the Diamond Select figures or really any other 6 to 7 inch scaled figures, and they look fantastic. While we are at the end of the first wave of companion ghosts from Kenner's Real Ghostbusters line, I really hope this isn't the end for the 2XL Ghost line from ToySaurus Studios. Now, we don't know any specific details yet, but I do hope that we'll get maybe start with the Fright Features companion ghosts. Those, I think, you know, share a lot of similarities to the first wave of ghosts, and I think it would be a great next step for ToySaurus Studios. But I think regardless, whatever ToySaurus Studios decides to do, I think will be great, and I can't wait to see what they do. If you haven't done it already, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and click on that bell icon to be notified when the latest episode of Geek Dad Life drops. Definitely check out my other 2XL ToySaurus Studios Ghost reviews, and then also check out my review of the first wave of Real Ghostbusters figures. And until our next video, hasta luego and goodbye.